actors, Megan Sloan playing Risha Abbott, and Ryan Chu playing Jervis Pendleton / Daddy Longlegs. You guys by both names. My three songs are Mr. Girl Hater, When Shall We Meet, and Color of Your Eyes. And it's just kind of a beautiful love story of how it's two people that are unknown and how they come to be. So I hope y'all enjoy. Thank
you. Here I am, after 4 long hours on the train. It's a funny sensation, isn't it? College is the biggest, most bewildering place. I get so lost whenever I leave my room. It is so much different than the orphanage. I'll write you a description letter when I'm feeling less muddled. Classes don't begin until Monday morning, but I wanted to write a letter now just to get acquainted. It seems so queer to be writing letters at all. Before leaving the home, Mrs. Lippett told me how I have to behave towards the kind gentleman who's doing so much for me. So I must take care to be a very respectful girl. Why couldn't you have picked a name with a little personality? I might as well write letters to Dear Hitching Pole. Anyway. You're tall, you're rich, and you hate to
roundly despise my relations. You're acquainted already with Julia, who I blame for my low expectations. Jerusha. So perhaps it isn't wise to reveal myself just yet. Why not meet you first as the man I really am? Why not introduce myself as Julia's uncle? Daddy just for now remains discreet. So Jerusha, when shall we meet?
He reminds me of you in much younger days, softly eccentric and set in his ways. He reminds me of you. It's funny and yet, can he really remind me of someone that I've never met? And yes, I wish you and I could be friends. Wouldn't that be a lovely surprise? 'Cause yes, how sweet to be writing to you if I knew the color of your eyes.
We went for tea at an outdoor cafe.
And his eyes are both blue, by the way.
We talked and we talked. You should have been.
And we went on about Millville and Whitney and floating on air. And yes, I watched many offers and we walked under fair weather skies. But oh,
How I wished.
the color of your eyes. He made it seem like a laughed at my jokes, though he scarcely said time. Oh, I feel more like a girl and less like a child. Oh, what a man! I'll never forget. Really the only man I've ever met. We took the train, and I heaved a sigh. And Julia got angry,
'Cause he wouldn't say goodbye.
yes, it's late, and I didn't get to sleep. So I lay out my songs What do I care if someday you're looking into mine? One day you'll be looking